Okay, hey there everybody, looks like this is going. Yeah, so back into this one. There's some construction outside. Is currently looks like they're taking a break, but there is, decent amount of construction going out there. I figured out, I think, a decent amount of how to start this game off. I'm not going to actually do it because it takes quite a while, but I do want to sort of talk a little bit about what I did up to day 4, but we're only on star 3. This is one of those games that's a little bit weird, where doing the tutorial gives you a pause period, and that pause period lets you get ahead of the game on resources, which you kind of need to do. Basically, the main problem is you've got all of these basic materials that need to be refined into metal, and if you don't have it refined into metal, it's useless, and you need to have that metal so that you can actually build some basic things, and so on and so forth. So, we can sort of show our build here. Oops, here we go. The most important things are that we managed to collect a couple of these robot shuttles, and that lets us get to the point where we've sort of stripped a planet that we encounter of its resources really, really quickly. And that means we can sort of just jump as soon as we're ready, and we're almost ready to head to here. It's better if we can get to different types of jumps, like if we can go in a straight line, but as long as we're keeping ahead of these guys, we're going to be relatively okay. But yeah, like if we go to this planet, manage missions, completely done. We've got a combat air patrol. We already did one of those actually. So the reality is, we just sort of need to be able to get through the planet stuff really, really quickly, because that's where we got the temporary resources. If we take a look at what's going on in the ship and building and stuff like that, it's not the same. All this stuff that we're doing inside here, we can do that wherever, whenever. It doesn't matter necessarily what's going on otherwise. But the planetary stuff is like opportunity that we lose out on if we jump past it. So I absolutely have to be able to get access to those resources as quickly as possible. As you can see also, this metal extractor is really slow. Like, we've got nobody sort of manning it, even though we've got plenty of people sort of on board who could be manning it right now. So having access to like these extra shuttles lets us sort of strip that planet down, get those resources going really, really quickly, and that is going to make it so that we can then get things like this reactor room online a little bit faster, which we do also need to actually get this going here. Can actually go ahead and add in Is that the right spot? I think I can move it over one, actually. It's covering the door a bit. Okay, so we'll go ahead and confirm that. Now, I do need to get more Jumplight speed, but that's technically something I can wait a little bit for. And for that, I will also need 3 more composites, which are hard to get. Those are basically just going to be got from salvage early on. I want to make sure I'm jumping as soon as I can currently. So the instant it's ready to jump, we're going to jump. Especially because this is a bad angle.
Let's bring that star a little closer, shall we? Punch it.
I didn't notice this last time. That has a little digital display that's got the countdown here, which I actually quite like.
3, 2, 1.
And there we go. I do really like that jump animation. It's a pretty good one, as far as FTL goes. Okay, so we again are beset by slower away missions. That's fine. We can go ahead and send off just a combat air patrol. Go ahead and launch that. Our other ships, we've got one that kind of needs to be repaired a little bit, but that's kind of fine. We're just going to go ahead and try and get these other missions done quickly. I'm having trouble telling which is which sometimes. You can sort of tell here based on like certain things which is certain stuff, but also this one's missing a crew. I think we'll send this guy on the survey mission, we'll send our high % chance on the search rescue, because this is also like fully repaired and everything. So, and then we kind of have to wait a little bit around for our other guys so that they can get their stuff fixed. The reason I'm going for the those two missions is like I don't know what's in those resources and I might not need them per se. So we're gonna figure out what's in those before we go do that. It'll take a little while before we organize a jump again anyhow, so. Would like it if we had some people working this metal extractor. For some reason we've got metal in the in slot, which is not what we're supposed to have in this thing. So somebody screwed up loading it, I'm not sure why, but hopefully that gets fixed, I don't know. Looks like we got someone started working on this thing. Alright. I am also hoping that we get some people to start repairing these. There is actually... I figured out what it is. An engineer will eventually show up and start repairing these things. So this is, I think... Oh, no, they're unloading it. So this person is, like, in all sorts of problems. Do they have, like... Always damp? Yeah, I figured out what that water thing is. Like, there's just some people who have a trait always damp. Which is weird, but, you know, whatever. I think that they're grabbing stuff from here because there's still, you know, stuff to be grabbed from here. Looks like that was the last of it, so hopefully someone will go repair it next. Guessing this is probably in a similar situation, but either way. Just want to double check here. We've got 16 minutes till contact. I target this planet for our next jump here. It's quite a while before we've got enough for the jump, so... Gonna be relatively lax on our shuttle away missions here. I might as well actually have like this shuttle go. Like these things are not necessarily that reliable anyway. They tend to fail missions a little bit more often, but I noticed that the repair seems to be like you repair to full regardless of what else is going on. Alright, so here we got like a little bit of our metal being manufactured here. You can start seeing that number going up. It takes forever. It's 2 materials per metal. It takes a humongous amount of time. It's one of the least efficient processes on these ships here. That's actually our leader on this thing. I want to double check something here. You can actually have like really weird sort of trait things even on the princess because they're like completely sort of randomized. It's kind of interesting how that ends up. Once you get a certain amount of metagel, I actually like turning off the medical centrifuge because it does consume our biomass and I don't want to be consuming too much of that. So I think I might deactivate here. We will need to get a second growing area pretty soon, I think. But that takes a lot of metal. Any room in this game takes a huge amount of metal. We also need more water condensers, we need more power, so... All those things are things that we need to be working on. Okay, Combat Air Patrol finished. I think our engineers are being taken up by this project here. I think there's a lot of stuff going on in this area. So I think what's going on with why we're not getting anything done here. Okay, this room needs a power grid pretty badly. Don't have quite enough metal for all the stuff I need in there, because I also need the O2 and I need the... do also need something to get rid of some other problems. Okay, I'm going to actually move one of you guys over to engineering. We've also been picking up more people in, like, the supply department when I've been doing missions to, like, go to planets, pick up people, because you get a bunch of civilians, but you also get some new crew. And those crew are sort of like put in randomized jobs. You can just switch them to whichever job you want them in. Doesn't really make a difference. How's our Jumplight progressing here? Because, like, I do know that I need to add more pretty badly. Yeah, it's pretty bad. We might get caught here. I think we should just barely outrun this, though. Especially if I high prioritize this thing. I guess it's all automatically set to high priority, looks like. But yeah, having 2 of those would be a tremendous help, I think. Alright, got one of these guys landing already. We should have enough time to do all 3 missions, or all sets of missions. That was a success. That was, I think, the scouting one. Reconnaissance is usually fast in this game. These guys are almost done their rescue operation, which will get us more crew, which means more hungry mouths to feed, but more people to potentially convert stuff into metal for us. We only have one person working on that at a time, unfortunately, but... Okay, we want to go on salvage opportunities, but our percent chance of success on those is actually low. So we're going to send the bot on a just basic resource hunt. And we're going to wait till we got our other one. This shuttle's not getting repaired, and I don't think it will anytime soon. So I'm actually going to send it early. I'm not sure how Alvi is feeling in terms of, like, health. So I'm going to do an... Oh, you're already assigned to there. What the heck? Oh yeah, it did have the icon. Alright, we'll send you. Gonna do a quick check on their status here. Okay, so... Crew here is Fallon, Gage, and Alvi. Looks good. I think that was our Marine that's in something else here. Gage is injured. Alvi is injured. Okay, so we want to send, like, Yoki and Tal, I guess. This is a change I think that I wish they would do. When you're on this screen here, you should be able to get the information on who's injured and stuff like that. Like, this page should have that. I guess I could send Kiki, I think. Like, showing their status from here would actually be something that helps out quite a lot. Send you. Okay. The reason we're making sure to send real people for these ones is that the salvage missions, they take a long time. So if we're getting them and we're failing them, that's a huge time commitment that we're wasting. So you always want to make sure that the salvage missions, which are giving you your most important resources anyway, are giving you, like, the maximum amount of possible resources and succeeding. Because if you have to do it twice, that's a huge amount of time. Like, we would literally be caught, I think, based on the amount of time that that would take. Yeah. We only have enough time for each of them once. So our other group coming back in, they're going to do the other salvage mission. And then the 2 AI ones we're going to send off to the one that is a non-salvage missions. And that just is what they're for. They're to do those easy-to-do resource runs that have a high success rate. So regardless of the fact that they're not very good, they're still going to be able to do it. And you can afford to get, like, these two things relatively cheaply. Like, the cost of a new shuttle is not actually very high in this game, which is kind of interesting. You would have thought that they'd be, like, an expensive thing to get. But, yeah, no, cheaper than, like, one of these things. Certainly cheaper than a nuclear fusion reactor, which is also weird. Because you'd think there'd be a nuclear reactor in these things. Or something. I would think that anyway, I don't know. Maybe I'm the weird one for believing that. The other reason to go for, like, the pedestrians first is that you don't actually have to unload them really outside of the ship. So you can get away with grabbing the civilians and so on and so forth, and then just sending the shuttle out right away without losing out on all the resources. We do have to wait a little bit for people to disembark, but it doesn't take very long. I kind of wonder, like, how it is that people end up getting scattered across all these different planets across this sort of distance anyway, though. Okay, so here you can see, like, we get this new Marine here, and we're going to transfer them over immediately to engineering, for example. Now, this thing counts as ready to go again as soon as that door closes. Do wish I could sort of assign it again for a mission a little bit sooner on, but whatever. So we should be able to send this on this mission here, and we should have, like, a nearly 100% chance of succeeding with this. Back to space, yeah. Measure the weight of nothing? Was I? I mean, probably. I didn't see that, but that was probably something I was doing. Got a whole bunch of wounded people again, but that's another problem with that. I'll have to just keep an eye on how much metagel I'm making. Which right now we're manufacturing none, but whatever. Let's see here. Yeah, I really need to get these composites, but it's the most important part of this. I think I've got a fairly optimized flow of how we're doing right now, but I mean, this is disconcerting. This is a little bit worrisome. We will clearly have enough to get to Atlas. We might actually skip out on some resources before the next jump. Like, I might not be able to do all of the missions here. So, I can kind of understand approximately what they might be thinking with that experiment of trying to measure nothing, but I guess it depends on what their sort of categorization of nothing is, because by definition, if there's no thing, then whatever no thing there is means there's no mass, but how long do these take? 6 minutes. I don't have enough time for that. I think we're going to jump before the 6 minute mark, or we're going to try to. So I'm not going to bother with that run there. So I guess if they're trying to measure like the sort of empty space between particles, because that could technically be something, that sort of makes sense. I'm not sure what they mean by that. So I haven't seen that, but that first requires the philosophical question of how do you define nothing? It's kind of a weird sort of process, I guess. That's on 71% on a longer mission. I might actually have not wanted to do that. Oh, it is trying to measure the mass of the empty space. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Because if you define like it as just nothing, then the mass by definition is 0. But if you're defining it as like the space between like the gap between particles, or like the actual emptiness of stuff, because that's space. Like there's space and there's time there, and that means that there's probably some measurable quantity of stuff. Because there's at least space-time there, which is already wonky jank enough that I don't want to get into. So I'm going to stop thinking about this right now. Yeah. Am I gonna get back in time for this? That's what I'm worried about right now. We're doing better on metals now. We still need those composites. I really need these guys to succeed on this mission here. And this mission. So what are they doing to like actually measure the nothing? Because that's actually the difficult part. Like you would need probably really sensitive tools and instruments to try and figure out how much like manipulation of space-time there is in a... Oh, they're trying to measure the weight of quantum particles, which are probabilistic in nature. Okay. So that's not even like the empty space nothing. That's like technically a something that potentially resides as a what's it called? As a deterministic probability within the space of nothing. Which is gonna be one of those things that I don't want to think about because that stuff's annoying. That would be definitely in that field of like, this is all really like abstract stuff that has math. I don't want to do math. Okay, I can't quite jump yet. Unfortunately, I have to wait till these jumps are all returned here. That's almost returned. This is almost returned. Or this is almost returned. This one's almost done operating. Because, yeah, like, there... Is it, strictly speaking, that they're trying to measure the ones that appear and disappear in there? Or is it the ones that are, like, quantum indeterminable and might reside in that space? Like, an electron, for example, doesn't actually reside in a specific spot, but as a probability cloud. Could be either, really. I really hope that this comes back with enough composites. I get the feeling like there's going to be a lot of people who are going to like listen to that experiment and think that it like means they're literally doing nothing. And the thought that that's probably going to be the case is slightly disheartening. I only got 6 composites off that. Yeah, I know. This guy's returning. We should be able to leave pretty soon here. Massless virtual particles. I'm not too sure that I know necessarily what those are. I'm assuming that there's some sort of quantum phenomenon, but I'd have to look specifically at what they are, and I probably wouldn't understand, so not a huge point in me looking into it. I know a little bit about this sort of stuff, but not a lot. There are definitely people out there who know a lot more about this than I do. Is this those ones that sort of like spontaneously generate and then spontaneously like leave? That I'm not entirely sure the math behind, but there are some massless particles that will occasionally just sort of pop into existence and then stop popping into existence and then disappear for some reason. Because I have heard about those and I don't understand them. Is that what they're sort of talking about? It is all quite esoteric as far as my understanding would go. It's exactly those? Okay. Does anyone know what the hell those are? Because, like, I know about them. I know they exist. I just don't know what the fuck they are. It's just like, yeah, no, it's just a quantum particle that just, you know, pops in, and since it stops existing, it doesn't violate any of Newtonian laws. It's, you know, the end state of the whole process is conservation of mass and energy, you know. Oh, you don't have a great theory about what they are? Okay.
Take the ship to Jumplight. Hold on, everyone.
It'd be interesting if they didn't react with gravity. Like, that would actually be really weird.
3, 2, 1.
Like, part of me that, like, is more conspiracy-brained and, like, doesn't have any information on it and stuff like that, like, because a smarter person would actually know what they are. But, like, the part of my brain is, like, I wonder if those things are, like, evidence of, like, other spatial dimensions where things are just dipping in and out of 3D space. Because it feels like that could be what they are, but then again, that's just me being, like, I don't know, somewhat conspiracy-brained or something like that. A smarter physicist would probably have a better answer to that. Or by which I mean a physicist, not a smarter physicist. I'm not a physicist. And especially not a quantum physicist. That stuff is confusing. Yeah, figuring out how accurate our predictions are for that sort of stuff is always, like, kind of wonky. Because sometimes those things just violate a bunch of ways that we assume reality works. It's kind of crazy. So is this something that you're particularly interested in? Is this, like, your field or something? Or is it just a hobby sort of interest like it is for me? Because for me it is just, like, a passing interest of, like, oh yeah, no, this is all really cool stuff. Like, I would love to know more about it, but it's way over my head. Or is this, like, your field here? Is this your thing? I didn't know that they called those things virtual particles. Maybe they didn't when I read the article way back when, because I think I read about them, like, probably 12 years ago. Hobby interest as well? Yeah. It's a really fascinating subject, but, like, I can't do math. I'm really bad at math. So when you start giving me the equations for any of the quantum particles doing literally anything, not going to happen, buddy. It's just like, oh yeah, here's have some math. I'm like, no. How about no? How much time do I have here? I've got 16 minutes again. I don't know if I want to go to that. I should probably have started going on these missions like way earlier, but let's go survey operation. Air combat patrol, let's launch. This one's still looking good. I'm not 100% sure how much I want to be sending out right now, but, like, these are technically not super damaged right now, but that's just, they're technically not. I don't know. Let's get all these people out of here. I don't know if this one was a good idea. This one might have been a really bad idea. Yeah, screw it. Okay, just full launch. That kind of physics is always one of those, like, really weird branches where you're like, you think to yourself, there's no way that this could have any applicable use in any scenario whatsoever. And then they, like, make some sort of weird computer chip using some sort of, like, theorem that they found out using the process, and it's just like, oh, okay, well. It's like, oh yeah, no, we figured out how to take these, like, virtual particles that may or may not exist and use them to store, like, 15 terabits of information. It's like, oh, okay. Well, I guess you weren't wasting all our time and money then. Sure, fine. You win this round, physicists. Okay. Alright, let's see here. I've assigned a ton of people to work on projects right now. I wonder if I should not have. Looks like we got this nuclear reactor up and running, though, so that's good. I probably should be resting my dudes, though. Literally the only bug that bothers me in this game is the way that their legs sometimes bend backwards. Definitely an error where the stuff is practical now. Some of the stuff winds up having practical implications. It's not everything that they do, and you never know what it is that they do that is going to end up being practical. So it's always worth doing, just in case something ends up revolutionizing some weird thing, but, transistor, yeah, like, the way that we do data processing and, like, the way we do, like, chips and stuff like that, it relies really heavily on law quantum stuff. And you never would have guessed it from the original research. It's just like, okay, well, I don't understand anything you guys are doing, but I'm glad it has some things that make my life a little bit better, potentially, I guess. Like, how it is that they're going to turn whatever they're doing into something practical, I have no idea, but that's fine. That's someone else's job. Still wondering, like, if home quantum computing is ever gonna, like, be something that we actually want. Not 100% sure that's actually something that we would practically benefit from as consumers, but you never know. There might be some reason that would make a better consumer product. Do I actually want to go here? I'm not 100% sure I do, but whatever. Like, theoretically, these kind of jumps are just, like, taking up a lot of space. But we're trying to do a grab up everybody that we can. Maximum, like, number of crew that we can grab up. So, maybe I should be doing this? Who knows? The main thing here really is I do need to grab up these composites and all these missions for that, so hopefully they get back from that reconnaissance mission soon. I think this one was recon and it is the one landing now, so Yeah, perfect success. Recon missions are almost always like really easy to finish in this game, so you practically never have to worry about screwing up a recon mission. Okay, this guy's on returning, this guy's on returning, this guy's just about on returning. This one is going to have to rest because I think their crew also needs to be rotated out. Okay. So, there's only one salvage operation. I do think I need to send my good team for that. So I'm just going to send this guy out on a regular resource mission. No interceptions. Fantastic. Our one fighter pilot, like, they get to rest a lot more than our other sort of people, but I know I need 20 composites. Like, 20 composite is where we get to the point where we can get another jump thing, which is what we're sort of aiming to get here. Oh, this is beats tar here. Okay. I do want to get another slot for, like, fighters, so that's our last slot, unfortunately. That's going to be our last away team, is another fighter. What I am probably going to do is replace these guys eventually with fast ships, because there's a faster class of ship that does the same sort of thing. It's not the AI-controlled ones. The AI-controlled ones I think are very good, but they've got lower % chance of succeeding, so I do kind of want to have some of these ships as, like, away team specialists. Like, that can succeed, basically. All these guys are waiting for a landing spot. This is something I also think should change. The way they've got this set up, it doesn't make any sense. So they've got, like, both of the in-out egress things here, and then they've got all of these here. So you've got 4 in and out docking spots, or entry spots, but you've only got, like, the one runway. So you can only actually send out one thing at a time, whereas if they had all of the ships sort of lined in the middle here, and they moved this set of doors to this side, they could double the launch speed, if not more than double the launch speed. Okay, this is the crew that I actually want to send out on one more away mission. I need to wait till... Okay. So we're up to 85%. We've only got one chance to succeed at this, so I really want this thing to be successful here. These guys need a break. There's no more missions left anyway, so it's fine. So, yeah, hopefully that'll be okay. We got a lot of people there. So yeah, I think that one thing that I would change is definitely I would move this set of doors to, like, back here and make it so that, like, 2 of them go out one side and then 2 of them go out the other one, and then these ones go out whichever one is empty. I think that would make this game a little bit better. Or, you know, if you really wanted this aesthetic, you know, you could... I'm not sure what you could do, honestly. Like... Yeah, there's not really much else you could do to make it so that you could use all 4 of these doors here. Or even just 2 of them. Like, the argument could be made that they've got, like, 2 sets so that you could have fighters and shuttles escape up this side if they're getting shot at on this side. They're not actually for simultaneous launch out both sides. But you should be able to simultaneously launch from both of these bays. I think that should be a change that they make. The shuttle's still fairly beat up, but actually not that bad. Lots of people injured from that. That's fine. I'm going to be 1 short of composites after this, which is not ideal, but it is whatever. It is what things be. We're keeping up on water. We're keeping up on electricity relatively okay right now. I think we're okay on medicine right now. This is turned off, right? Yeah, good. I think we've been picking up more of it on planet, too. It's taking a long time to get this room done, but I did assign, like, the entire room to be finished all at once, so that does make things take a lot longer. Okay, I think this was a regular mission here, regular resource mission. So this is kind of how this game goes at this stage. I'm not sure if it gets like substantially harder as you continue on. We were ready to jump. Still operating. It should be another maybe 2 minutes. Should be okay. Hopefully it succeeds. This is the one that has to succeed, basically. If not, I can actually go to our engineering and get them to start building composites, but it's really expensive, so I'd rather be doing that later. Although, admittedly, I could probably get ready for the higher tier stuff. I think a bunch of the stuff does take composites, though, so... This is the composite assembler. It takes 9 composites, but you also have to have the 4D printer, which takes 4, and then you also have to have this, so it's actually 15, and then I also have to have this, so it's 16. So it's pretty expensive. And obviously I don't have enough for that, so... Maybe I should actually do that, just so I never end up getting locked out if I can't find more of those later. This guy's actually not much more beat up than he was last time I saw him. I like how they repaired this shuttle, which is already full health. I could see this person like going over there and like hitting it with the torch, like the blowtorch or whatever, or the welder, I guess. And this was already basically full health. Dude, go fix this one, please. All right, I think this robot is coming here to help. Nope. Just coming here to come here. Okay. Just gonna hit this so I know success. Okay. So we should have 19 composites now. There we go. Okay. We strip the planet bare, we immediately jump.
Jumplight drive.
As a result of this, we can get a little bit more ahead.
5,
We got 3 people who are unconscious.
3, 2, 1.
That might have been our shuttle crew. That might have been our shuttle crew. Okay, so we get this beacon, which should do a thing. I have no idea. Okay, so did this decrew itself? None of them decrewed itself, so I think the people who went unconscious are actually not shuttle pilots. That's interesting. I wonder who the heck that was. Okay, we'll do a survey operation here. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, like, maybe I should do the other thing here, but... are you guys well enough? Let's check their status. Because I've been sending them on missions pretty hard lately. Trying to just look at people's hairstyles here. That's usually sort of how I go by this. I think it was you. You look like you're healthy. Very high on all these things, though, so... Okay, they didn't get decrewed for some reason, but they are screwed, so I'm gonna pull them out here. Okay, I'm gonna double check these people afterwards, but I think we're going to get... Yeah, normally when like people are going unconscious and stuff like that, they automatically decrew, but... Okay, so I need to find Tosh and Will. And then I need to change them to Marines. Getting some weird injuries here, actually. Let's see here. Tosh is an engineer. He's actually kind of poorly off here, but not that poorly off. I'm going to switch you to combat. And I need to find Will. Who is a scientist. I've noticed this is sometimes alphabetical, but not always alphabetical. Alright, you're sleeping. Your needs are mostly met, so you're going to switch you over to combat. Rudely wake you up, and then send you off on a mission here. I'm not sure if that properly did anything, but we'll find out, I guess. Alright, search and rescue. You guys... It's set to the correct parameters, they just have the wrong colors. Okay. That thing really needs some help. Okay. Well, I'm pretty happy with our progress here. I think it's going pretty okay. Once this is actually done, we should have some engineers freed up. But there's a lot of stuff I'm building down here. Not to mention all of this nonsense going on in here. Why am I down to 14? I remember why we're down to 14 composites. They haven't unloaded it off the ship yet. So hopefully our ship doesn't crash, because that'll result in us losing those composites. But I have never seen one of those actually get destroyed, especially when it's at the health level that it's at, so should be okay. Alright. Not sure that I like the fact that they empty these before they, like, repair them, but... Especially because, like, we don't have enough logistics people pulling from these, but... Where are the logistics teams all gone off to? I guess they're doing the, like, pull from stockpile thing, because they're, like, kind of full here. I should probably actually do something about a little bit of that. We're doing a bit in one spot where they're moving stuff around, but what I probably need to do is go into this manufactory, get to these things. I don't think I need quite that many. Just go that many. And that should make it so that we can get, like, practically all of our random junk into there, which is what we want. It does consume a ton of metal, but it's fine. I like these little robots here. They're kind of cool. The fact that we have so much stuff in these shuttles, though, that's taking this long to unload them is kind of a good thing in some ways. On the other hand, I am seeing that fleet is getting awful close to us here. Let's make sure that we are getting ready so that we know, like, when we're ready to jump here, because I didn't have it set up for that. I might not be able to take this jump. I might have to jump to somewhere like here. We'll try. We'll try. Okay, we kind of have to do this. Kind of have to do it with these guys. We kind of have to do it with the busted up starship. As soon as those guys are back, we have to leave, so hopefully they succeed in first go. Alright, we got perfect success on the rescue mission, which is exactly what you want to see. Especially because kind of what I'm missing right now is crew. Like, to a certain extent, I definitely feel like I need more crew. I don't need you to be that. I'll make you into supply. I can't tell which were the new ones that spilled out of there. There should be a thing that tells me, like, when they showed up. I think that's an old hand. Try not to do anything crazy there. It's good that the princess actually gets out and, like, does stuff. Like, that's actually quite nice. Alright, I actually am going to try and make the composite thing here. I feel like it might be a mistake, but who knows? Okay. So you need the 3D printer. Or 2D printer, sorry. Then you need the 3D printer. Then you need the 4D printer. Which, absolute ball ache to place. And then we can place the composite assembler, which basically takes up the rest of our space here, but you know what, that's fine. Alright, with that we'll be able to build our own composites. We're not going to get gated out of not being able to do anything. There's always that potential. It's like you use the last year composite, so now you're no longer capable of doing anything. It'd be just the worst. Deconstruct stuff? I don't really need to, honestly. I think we'll be fine without. Okay. I found out that these refrigerators in these rooms makes the production cycle a lot faster, just because of the way that they've got the setup here. It's like everything's slightly inefficient because of the way that the logistics works, which is a bit unfortunate, but is common in this type of game. I've never been a huge fan of like the long travel times and the need to actually pick stuff out of stockpiles and then go move it, because usually it's programmed fairly poorly. This isn't really an exception to that, honestly. Not that I've really ever had a game which was a huge exception to that idea. It's just, you know. I'm gonna try and disassemble this room here. And then we're going to try and adjust room size so that it takes over this. What about God? What did God do? I hate Timberborn. Here's the thing. I play a lot of those games and I like them. It's just that one little thing is never optimized properly. Like, they always do something slightly stupid about the way that the logistics works. It's a logistics nightmare. Is it particularly bad? Because, like, it can't be much worse than a lot of other kinds of games that I've played. Like, RimWorld is also pretty bad about that sort of thing. It's not the worst, actually. The optimization is relatively okay. Banished was pretty bad about that in a lot of times here. So you could end up in a lot of situations where it's just like, yeah, these guys have not optimized this properly at all. Okay. In 4 minutes, I'll definitely have enough time to get here. The question, though, would be, would I be able to get from... I'm going to jump to here. I don't think it would be a smart idea to do that auto jump. This is why I need to have another... If you have a lot of, like, if it's optimized well and there's, like, a lot of control from the player, it's not too bad. Like... I do think that that is, like, one of the worst, like, designed elements of most of these games, though, is the way that logistics is moved around. The amount of stuff you have to manage is ridiculous. Well, that's not too bad. Like, I play Factorio. It can't be worse than that, can it? Probably can be. Okay, so we had to abandon a planet, which is a bit unfortunate. Like, I kind of want to be able to do all of them, but whatever. Okay, this is the new crew, I believe. And have them go on our search and rescue. Yeah, I don't necessarily mind when there's a lot, like, if there's a lot of stuff to manage as far as, like, logistics control, that can be frustrating if it's poorly optimized, basically. But if it's properly done otherwise, like, it can be perfectly fine. These are going to take a long time to unload, I feel like. Might actually switch another one of you to supply. Because you don't need a ton of Marines in this game. Another good example like that's coming out soon is I really wonder how traffic is going to be like in like City Skylines 2. Because the way that traffic worked was like just absolutely stupid in City Skylines 1. Like it was really bad. Like you could have a town of like 100 people and just have these massive traffic jams. I guess not 100 people, but maybe 1,000 people, and have these ridiculous traffic jams. Whereas, like, in real life, no matter how poorly designed the roads are, it's really hard to get the volume required for those kinds of traffic jams. Just because, like, the optimization for, like, the way the roads work is just so bad. Like, if I just one-for-one designed the city I live in, no one would be able to get anywhere. It would be a clusterfuck. So it could be okay depending on how, like, the way that the AI sort of manages that. Like, there can, like, another thing that I could point at in this game that is bad is the way that the logistics handling for this thing works. Because the way it works is there's 4 slots in the hopper here. Once it empties, they get out of the chair, they go all the way over here, and it calls another person to go put stuff in here. This person goes and picks up like 2 off of here, or 1 off of here, or whatever they end up picking up. And like if this person makes it there before them, which I think this person's going to get there first. I might be blocking off access to that. But depending on who gets there first, if the person who's supposed to be sitting in the chair gets there first, or gets there second, they'll just drop it on the floor. And it takes so long just traveling around when what should be happening is a logistics person keeps this thing filled up and a person in engineering stays on the machine and just keeps it topped off, like, permanently. That would be how you would want that to go. So that's an example of the logistics in this game being really quite mediocre or bad. And the way that they sort of decide to prioritize where you move stuff, like the fact that I can't say where I want certain things to go, is also pretty bad. I do want to be able to say, go to this storage with these things and ban this from this storage, but it doesn't matter too much with this game as far as I've been able to tell, because the amounts of stuff that you're getting and the types of stuff that you're getting is pretty limited compared to some other games, so that part's not too bad. The fact these are not getting repaired ever is disconcerting. I might need another engineer. Honestly, these can go a little bit more, though. Without, you know, blowing up or anything. Well, maybe not this one. It's like half health. The repair seems to be quick when they actually get around to doing it, but I like how we have people who are starving when we've got plenty of food, so I'm guessing, like, our canteen is, like, screwed. We probably need to get another one or something. No one's working in it. That's the problem. Got biomass in the fridge. This is what I was sort of talking about. We got like biomass in the fridges instead of food. Or in the kitchen fridges, I should specify, because it's fine if you've got biomass in the fridges in the other places, but yeah, it's odd that people are hungry. They should be able to, like, just make themselves a meal if they need to. Okay, let's, this guy's, like, still full health here. I'm probably just going to send these guys again. I'm going to check their health. Might be able to send, like, our top crew again, actually. Oh no, those guys. Call sign Rhino, call sign Ox. So are you guys doing okay right now? We got Addison and we got Nave. Addison should be near the top here. Okay, that implies to me that Addison is injured right now. Yeah, Addison is... Neve is also injured. They're just bruised, but I do want that healed up before I send them off again. So, let's check the current crew, see how they're doing. It's Felon, Kiki, and Various. Felon is fine. Various is fine. I think Kiki is injured. Yeah. Okay, so replace Kiki with, like, Damiel, I guess. Knowing the schedules would also be good in this. Okay. And if you're wondering, like, the auto sign does not account for any of this. Like, it does a very poor job. I think you were the one? I'll double check, actually. Yeah, it should be fine. If they just pass out, it's not the end of the world if people get injured or pass out. It's bad, of course. You should avoid it, but... Okay. And then we should have enough composite to be able to get, like, our faster jump drive charge speed. Once we get that, things are going to be relatively okay, I think. Alright, this extra bit of room we might need here. I might need to have a plastic manufactory, but I don't know if that's a thing that exists. And we still, like, look like we have quite a lot. Doesn't look like there is something to make plastic. That's really weird. I guess we have to purely find plastic. Alright, so we should have more mouths to feed, which is, you know, great, but it is what we signed up for. Let's go ahead and get more water production, because we're actually chugging through it real fast here. This eventually is just going to be a room with, like, tons of water, basically. Yeah, I to some extent, I actually think games that, like, are not going for a one-for-one ratio on time kind of should be doing the game where they abstract away the travel speed for certain things. Because they usually do a pretty poor job of transliterating all of the different consumption rates with the movement speeds and stuff like that. We have debris. Do we? Where? Oh, that's gonna bother me. That's gonna... It's not there where we were moving stuff around. This is probably just going to drive me insane rather than be a fixable thing. Okay. Did I not send you guys on a mission? I guess not. Okay. Yeah, this is why we need the faster charge time. Alright. I think I kind of want these guys to rest. Because I don't need the metal and I don't need the materials that badly. I do need them, but it's not that bad. Actually, I'm going to do that later. What I should do now... This is an unfortunate thing that you have to do in this game that I kind of dislike, actually, but... How do I do this here? I'm not sure how I'm going to have to do this, honestly. Yeah. Rooms can't be divided. Uh-oh. Okay, that's our robo shuttle. It should be just on a regular materials mission. Okay, so if I can't divide this room, we can never put a hallway through there. I guess I should remember that for next time. Okay, so I don't actually need you then. This just means we're going to permanently have this like slow area here unless I do a lot of rebuilding. Actually, no, it's not too bad. If I do this, let me just move you over this way. And then I can deconstruct like half of this room basically. Man, okay, that's annoying. Did that confirm that one as well? That's interesting. Okay. So then we go ahead and we turn this into another waterworks section here. Or I guess I don't even have to right yet. I might as well. I'll just turn it into the type of room, but I'm not going to actually bother to fill it in with anything. We need to get that here. We need to get this here. Okay, and this will just speed up a lot of our logistics here, which is what we want to be doing. I don't like that this happens. This is really weird to me. This is really funny to me, but also I can kind of see why it's like this, but at the same time, holy shit. Don't do that. Oh my god. Why? Alright, fine. Okay, how are we doing here? These guys are landing now. Hopefully they succeeded. Yep. Okay, we can start working on our extra generator core thing here. That's fine. Resource stores will be overdrawn. Because we're actually back to having enough. Oh, that ship is looking great. Looking good, guys. Okay. Yep. Did I forget to get a thing here? I'm gonna wait till other stuff is done. This is kind of low priority. I also do need to get some more bathrooms. Like more places for people to sleep and stuff like that. That's gonna be down here. Like this area is gonna be like a living quarters area, baths and stuff like that. Hopefully be able to do this thing a little bit less janky. Why is this guy injured? He sort of flashed red, and I assume that means he took damage. Oh, he's starving, okay. Clearly I need more people prioritizing this stuff here. Okay. So this should fix that problem a little bit. Our water is screwed, but we kind of knew that. That's why we're building more water generators. It's because we got so many more people is partly why this is happening. Every planet that we go to, we get some more people. It reduces our ability to, like, fulfill needs. Yeah, our engineers are, like, really overtaxed right now. I think that might be one of those I'm going to save, quit out, and then return sort of moments, and that might fix what's going on there. Because I saw some people just sort of like shuffling together. They were like stuck, which is not ideal. If they were just stuck like that forever until they die, that would be really kind of awful bug. I have noticed some jank with like production through lines and stuff like that, though, do get fixed by resetting the game, which is not something you should have to do, really, but... Yep, they're fixed. It was these two. Okay, I guess if everybody's dying of starvation, how do I fix that? Obviously, I guess I just need to get another canteen. So this person, like, tried to get food and could not, and now they just give up even though there's food, like, right there. I think that's actually a deliberate animation, that arm stretch. Weird, but okay. I think this actually should be relatively fine if I just have it set on priority. That looks like that's sort of the case. The fact that you can only store 3 is actually kind of bad. See, this is another one. They, like, put 1 unit in here, even though they can store up to 4. Instead of storing, like, a whole bunch or whatever. Like, they'll just bring 1, and then they just leave it at that. Even the princess can die, I guess. I like how she's contemplating. It's like, do we have what we want to eat today? It's like the same thing every day. It's like burger and soup.
Take the ship to Jumplight.
Which is not bad, honestly.
Everyone.
Especially considering what we're making it out of. But, you know, it's like we've got mushrooms or whatever.
Jumplight in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, we really need to up our water game here. I might need to get even more than we have. Oh, that jump apparently is trying to kill my computer. I can hear the fan just, like, going at it. Yeah, I already sort of know about that. Okay. We technically have enough food, like, that's not the problem. Okay, we got some more water being built here. How many do these produce per 10 per hour? What's our consumption per hour, I wonder? Like, the trend -1 is just because we only had one, so... Can I actually just go all the way here? This hallway is going to speed things up way faster. Okay, we got our composite assembler done too. Nice. This thing's going to start chugging through our resources as well. I don't know that this is a 4D printer, because like fourth dimension is time, so I'm not sure how you print time. Seems a bit odd to me, but whatever. Okay. I guess we should get going on these things here. Still got 20 minutes until these guys arrive, so that's actually good. Yeah, definitely could not have jumped there. That would have been disastrous. Got a nice long amount of time here, though, to do this. So let's... Oh, one of them got repaired. That's finally done. I can't remember which one is the new crew. I think it's you three. Watch you guys there. So yeah, this is an agri plant, so this would be mostly food, so I don't need to do the actual, like, normal resource missions. I'm only interested in doing the, salvage missions when we get around to those. And, of course, the rescue missions to get more mouths to feed and more people to drink all our water. Okay. Ooh. There's a new type of planet here. And here. An asteroid field. Risks of impact. I don't think we're supposed to be able to get, like, every single person from every single planet. I'm just gonna assume that that's not really a real thing. Frozen system. Extraction teams have 30% risk of returning frostbitten. Well, fortunately we have got the robots. We get a lot of water from there. Interesting. Actually, the resources here we can get water. So we could get a temporary boost in how much water we've got available. Has this been repaired yet? No. Let's check the health of Fallen and so on. Fallen and Co. I think as long as they don't have a condition, this is alphabetical. Yeah, no, they're injured. Okay. It's a shame I can't go into a shuttle team myself. That would actually be really funny. Alright, composite assembler is getting to work a little bit here. Does this thing work without a crew? That's actually really nice. Okay, so this room we need, again, that and that. Oxygen generators are apparently super important because, like, oxygen doesn't go through doors in this game, which is really weird. Oxygen and gravity not going through doors is just strange. Actually, I guess the gravity makes more sense technically, because they're using gravity plates, I'm pretty sure. Okay, need even more water. Have tons and tons of metagel somehow, which I'm guessing is just, like, been finding on plants and stuff like that. We're almost out of plastic. That's going to be awkward. Need to find where you get plastic from. Actually, all things considered, I might turn off this thing for now. Because I don't technically need it turned on right now. It should be fine. Okay, so we got surplus of, like, burgers. Or I guess that's bread. It's not a burger, it's just soup and bread, which is still good. The heck happened to you? He's starving. There's food here. How? Come... what? He's too busy talking to his buddies to eat. There's like food there. He could get some food, but he's not going to. He's gonna just throw himself out an airlock instead. He's still mostly fully healthy, but still. Pasha is very hungry. It's not good. Alright. So I'm just gonna do this, and I'm just gonna put like doors on the sides for now. It's more metal than we've got, but should be okay. This guy finally got some damage on him. This one's been going like a long time without taking damage. Alright. Who do I think we should send now? Are you guys, like, healthy again? Addison and Nave. It's been a while since they've gone on a mission. So they might have recovered by now? What the heck? Let's just manifest. Okay. Yeah, no, they're... pretty much all our pilots are screwed right now. Okay, so we're gonna have to find some specific people here. Amiel, Bernie, Jorah. This is again why I think they really need to fix this part, so I can find healthy people. Okay, and then Jorah. Okay. Yep, we'll go on this one. The fact that there's like new planet types that we've sort of unlocked, I guess, is pretty good. Ooh, we have 2 of these now, but we don't have any scientists working on them. It's not ideal. Still dying of water here. Our water consumption is just hugely, hugely up right now. Are you like that because you're always wet for some reason, or are you like that because you're thirsty? Yeah, always damp, actually. Okay. I think these guys can handle one more. I have to wait for this door to close. Not great. Not great. Okay, launch it. Definitely don't need this many more Marines. These guys are actually a little bit poorly off, but I need to stop like assigning jobs. Just let people do the maintenance stuff. Like that's what I need to be doing right now. I do still need metal though, so it'd be nice if I had someone on that, but it's okay. This keeps happening. They keep, like, going here to get something. There's nothing there. Like, as soon as they turn away, it's done. It would be nice if, like, you could fix that somehow as well. Like, that would be great. Okay. Once I get some more metal, we'll get another kitchen going, and then another bedroom, then another bath area. Injuries resulting from starvation are ramping up despite the fact that we've got lots of food. People not, like, doing enough to fix their own problems, I guess, is another weird thing, but part of this was me prioritizing things a little bit poorly. I'm guessing these things are fully filled with biomass right now, though. Yeah. Biomass and metagel. There's a selection process here that's bad, because, like, these things will, like, even if they're prioritizing food, if they get access to the other stuff, that other stuff never leaves here, because there's no reason for people to take that out of here. So it just keeps accumulating upwards. It's kind of awkward. It's not good. Is there a way for me to designate what we can put in here? I wonder if I should turn off some of our... Huh. My crew just got friggin' murked. I wonder if I should just load a... Yeah, I'm gonna go back, I guess. Why do they have the autosaves clustered like this, I wonder? I've never seen that happen. Like, it was a relatively decent amount of health left. It wasn't great, but it still had a good amount of health. Enough that it shouldn't have done that. Hope was lost. What? What? Not sure I understand what happened there. Because we still had plenty of hope. Could be some other problem. I might have to revert to an earlier save or something like that, which would be fine. It saves pretty frequently in autosave, and I've been making plenty of manuals. Okay, yeah, there's something wrong with that save. Okay. So we'll go back to the manual one. Was this... How far back is this? This could be a while back. Okay, I think this is pretty far back. Yeah, this was actually practically full health. Alright, either way, let's get up here and high prioritize these. It's already prioritized. Good. Yeah, definitely not. Could have been something even weirder, like the princess died or something like that, just off screen or something like that. Wouldn't that be awkward? I probably just need to keep building these for a little bit here. I probably shouldn't bother trying to build that hallway yet. Yeah, I feel like this took us quite a ways back. It's a bit unfortunate. I might need to make more manual saves from now on.
Initiate Jumplight drive.
I wonder how many people like onboard your ship this game is really meant to handle. Because I'm not sure if I don't really think I'm supposed to be like getting every single person I can encounter. I feel like that's actually not something that's really a goal here. Well, that is probably a part of it being early access. Definitely. It's sort of a weird, like, flaw, though. That's not normally the sort of thing I encounter, but... Now, these were actually at full health. Alright, well... I'm gonna do a quick save here. Or actually, no, I'm gonna do the other thing first. So... I'm just gonna figure out which people to set as crew, and then we're gonna send them. So it's Amiel, Bernie, Jorah. Just gonna let that do that, otherwise it's gonna keep doing it over and over again. Okay, so Amiel. Bernie. Jorah. I think these are the ones that died last time, which is, you know, great, I guess. Okay, it's these three. I'm always bad at remembering who I just put in there. Did I forget to do a combat patrol launch? Oh, you need to be switched back to... It doesn't really matter too much. Alright. Let's go find Pasha. Alright, so Pasha starts with a P. And is engineering. Unless they're injured, in which case they'll be in a different thing. Yeah, so apparently they're injured. Oh no, here you are. What? Oh, that's because you're starving. Well, they're just sitting right now, so they can deal with this for now. Alright, combat. So if that's the case, and I didn't see it last time, that must mean I did this without the combat patrol, so it might have actually been that we got blown up. This guy just pointing at the ship for some reason. It's kind of funny. Okay. Yeah, as far as early access game goes, this one is a little bit unstable. I have actually had some crashing problems with it, but they're not too bad. So, it's not a terrible game as far as stability goes, given that's early access. I actually think it's running relatively okay. Okay, so we're going to deactivate this again. I think we're just reaching the point as well where we got so many people that we were encountering some basic problems with the way that we set things up. Because we just don't have enough of certain things. What I could potentially do here is go like that. Just put a door there. Confirm that. I wonder how I'm going to get more plastic, though. Number of starving people slightly going down. But I'm pretty sure it'll bounce back up pretty soon. Electricity, at the very least, is doing really well. Oh, yep, speaking of. Getting a game update for a game I don't own. Okay. Yeah, like I said, does have some crashing problems. They're not too egregious and they're not too often, but they are noticeable. And that's frequent enough that I know it's got a crashing problem. Yeah, that looks like it's still working though. Game crashed. It's like I evoked it out of nowhere by mentioning that the game sometimes crashes. Alright. I do kind of wonder like what specifically is causing that. Because there is a possibility that this is also one of those games where you reach a sort of unit cap and then the game, instead of stopping you from getting more, just crashes. Because that was what happened to me in Banished, rather than, you know, anything else. I'd reach a certain population and the game would just start crashing. That is interesting. This wiped out, like, a bunch of my saves. Cool. Cool. That is weird. It wiped out a bunch of my saves thing is weird. It could have gotten rid of all the corrupted saves, so I did notice that some of them weren't working, so the fact that it automatically deletes those is actually probably a good thing. But who knows, maybe that's not what happened. Alright, well... Alright, I have no idea where we're at here. I don't think we've sent this yet. Oh man, okay. That is the most annoying part. I forgot to save like right after I did this when I was saying it's like I kind of should save like right after I finish doing this. It's like I've got some memory though, so okay. You're doing the search and rescue. It's you three. Launch. Sending this thing on this one, and then we need to send the fighter craft away, but I have to switch the role of the person who does the fighter craft stuff. I should probably double check the name of, because I don't remember them specifically. It's Tosh. I think. I should just double check. Pasha. Okay, no, I was thinking someone else. Okay. Now we look for Pasha. Oh, you're starving. Okay, never mind. You're also starving. Why am I looking up engineers here? Alright, we'll send Will, who looks like they're about to die of nervousness anyway, so this would be a good chance for them to go out in there and stretch their space legs. see here. Person dying of anxiety. There's a couple people dying of anxiety. Okay. Wait, where is he? Does Will have a special ability? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's this fella. Well, I guess we're not sending them. Shoot, okay. Are you doing okay? Yoki. Okay, we'll send Yoki. There we go. And I could send more of these out to get some, like, water, but, like, I don't think that would be a good idea, really. Kind of just want to make sure that we're getting enough water that we can actually, you know, have water. Why are we at -5 on composite all of a sudden? There must have been some left in that shuttle. Shoot. Shouldn't matter too much. I'm not sure what we're building right now that requires composite. Oh, that'd be the Jumplight thing, right? Yeah. Well, that's not ideal. Hopefully that thing will come back soon. I should have sent, I guess, the other one, but I had no way of really knowing that. Except for, you know, if I had really good memorization skills, I guess. I'd be able to know which one had it. I could turn this back on for a little bit, but I think that would be a bad call. As these people, they're coming in here hungry and then they're leaving hungry instead of just grabbing food. Yeah, okay. You need to get way ahead of the game in food, I think is what we're learning here. Especially considering how long it actually takes them to make food. Okay. Yeah, I did the whole thing of getting people moved around. I'm going to save here. Okay, so we create a short corridor here. Some doors. Okay, and we need another galley. Are there more advanced things that we could do for food here? Fast food kitchen. Let's see here. Organic cooking. What's the difference here? Emergency rations. Cooked from biomass. Oh, are we not paused? Oh, well, it's fine. I wonder if we should do fast food here, but I think we're just going to go with standard. Give it a real canteen kind of look, I guess. Could try to do the other types. I'm not sure what the benefits are necessarily to, like, organic cooking, for example. Oh, we don't have enough plastic for that. We have 7 plastic. Okay, well, This is going to be interesting. Alright, so how are we going to get more plastic? Do we just have to recycle stuff? Biomass in manufacturing. I didn't see that option when I was going through here, but I might have missed it. Plastic fabric. Oh, damn. Okay. It's like 20 metal, but we'll have to do it. Just required right now. Okay, so we got these salvage opportunities. You can get some plastic off these as well, so these might be good opportunities for us. The problem is we have a low % chance, so let's send our real team here. I just have to check to see, like, Tosh, Will, Alvi. Okay, let's gather up a new team here. So it's going to be Saren, Sylvie, Tal. I'm starving, apparently. Princess is starving. Yep. Connectedness is low, lots of problems. Wonder if I should just chuck another food station into here. Can't afford it. Okay, cool. Okay, what was I thinking here? Tosh, I can never remember names. Saren, Sylvie, Tal. Saren, Sylvie, Tal. I'm gonna forget these. I like that I could send this guy. Saren. Sylvie. Okay. I kind of need the other ship to come back so that we can do the other one. They are landing, so that's actually not going to take very long. This one I'm going to just send on a resource extraction because it will get water. They're kind of all the same for water, that's fine. Although our water is slowly recovering. We're at plus 37 right now. Ooh, we got back with perfect success. That's going to be the new people. We're going to be more hungry, angry mouths to feed. Fantastic. That should also regain us our, like, composite and maybe even the metal. This is turned on, right? Like, it's not deactivated. Yeah, okay. Well, apparently we're still slightly short on composite. I guess our other one still required composite somehow. Shoot. Yeah, I guess we are going to have to turn this on here. Oh, it is turned on. The hell? I thought I turned you off. Unfortunate. Okay. Oh, right. The plastic maker is taking up the rest of it. That's what's going on. How are we doing on Jumplight? I kind of want to start getting ahead, honestly. but getting ahead is hard and has consequences. And I don't like consequences. I don't like suffering for the choices that I've made. But we are chugging along okay, I think, overall. I think I do need slightly more water production. But I'm out of stuff. Okay, should be able to send these guys on one more mission pretty easily. They were pretty healthy when I sent them. I might actually want to jump somewhere different. Like, I might want to just jump all the way to here and get myself some time. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to there and buy myself some time so we're not so close and running. Although I do kind of want, like, money. I mean metal. Metal's basically money. I like how this guy went to this one. There's no food here, but, like, there's tons of food over here. I like how this person went here, looked at it, and just is like, I don't want to eat any of that. Do you have, like, a picky eater thing? Card shark. Because, like, there's 3 meals here. So it's really weird. Alright, well, whatever. I wish you could set up, like, so the civilians could also cook. Like, that would be a good thing to swap around, I think. That's what I feel like, anyway. Like, civilians can do civilian jobs, I feel like. Especially if we're going to be feeding them. Just let them suffer. These are all returning. Except for this one, which is heading out. Hopefully we succeeded. Would be nice if we did. What I could potentially do is turn off these algae crops for now. And that might make it so our ship is less flooded with algae. We do kind of need them for things, though. Alright, so that'll get us 100 water. Make it slightly easier for us to analyze how much water we're consuming. The way these are designed, I could actually literally just go, like, water over here. Ooh, that was a fail. Which one was that failed? This one. That was a scavenge. That's really bad. Looks like we did get the water, but like, ugh. Oh, wow. Okay, how much time have we got? I don't think we have enough time. Not really, no. Okay. Not doing another run for that. This next place we're going to also has like a high chance of like hurting our crew when they do salvage missions, which is even worse. So we could just do water runs with like our mechanical guys, which are still not getting repaired, but like this has been waiting for repairs for ages. Like just years, basically. Yeah, I'm gonna turn off our algae production. Like, I'm gonna forget to turn this on when I need it really badly, and that's gonna be awful, but whatever, it's fine. It produces really quickly, and like we consume it really quickly is one of those problems. Okay, at least we got one of these two. Alright, we should be just about jumping. quite a lot of time left, but like, I don't really feel like we stay here. Oof. The heck happened to you? This one looks like it got repaired actually really quickly. Finally getting some repairs done. Let's just hit this. It's one away anyway, either way. Alright.
Take the ship to Jumplight. Hold on, everyone.
Do I have enough for another food
Jumplight
thing?
In 5, 4, 3,
I don't
2,
think so. I
1.
think I'm one short. Okay. Oh, now they're repairing these things fast. The heck? They just don't want to repair that one because it's like farther away. It's like, I don't want to walk all the way across the hangar to get to that thing. Let's just leave it. Looks like someone gained an ability that I kind of don't want them to have, honestly, but... Okay, so our teams that we send away right now are going to have a lot of problems. But... I think we do the search and rescue anyway. And I think we can send off both teams once. And that's pretty much all we're going to do. Like, we'll send each of those once, and then we'll try and do a bunch of send-offs with our AI ones. Okay, so who got the minus mission success chance? Because I kind of hate that ability here. Leadfoot, it's Amiel. Okay, so we replace you. Replace you with, replace you with Alvy and hope that Alvy's doing okay. Let's go check. Nope. Nope. Okay, so I need to find Orion, who I think is new. Alright, there we go, plus 15%. Don't you just hate it when you do like a mission that you're we're gonna be going quicker through this sort of section here where there's like these risks of getting our ship destroyed. So I don't really want to have our ship getting blasted. Like, that would be awful. Okay, what's going on here? So they're saying that there's discrepancies and stuff, and there's someone being a saboteur, which is interesting. But how do I actually deal with that? Like, how do I cope? What is done about this? Also, these guys are stuck. I'm gonna have to save here. So I wonder if this is something that's gonna progress a bit further, and then I'll have, like, more opportunities to figure out something specific I can do about it. Or if this is like, I'm supposed to be paying more attention to certain things, and I'm bad at that. Parts of the UI are leaking into places they're not supposed to be. So yeah, our ship's been infiltrated apparently by someone suspicious. What do we do about it if we find out they are, though? Do we execute them? Throw him out the airlock for being sussy? Probably. Okay, let's see if we can find out anything about these people. Hate starships. So, like... I wonder if it would be anything that's in here. Was it a civilian? Oh, looks like I'm talking to a buddy there. Still starving to death. Cool. So is it something I'm going to have to, like, search through to find? Because that would be really, really interesting, but also really awful. Because going through all this is going to take some time. It's going to take me a very lot of time, because I've got like 150 people on here, 140 people on here. Jeez. Couch potato, terrible, blah blah blah. Yeah, so that's interesting. Not 100% sure what to do about that. Oh, our combat air patrol person is apparently passed out. Wait, what? Is Yoki the traitor? Also, like, everyone that's on that mission is apparently injured already. Okay. What's going on here? Off duty or stable? Huh. Also, I could have sworn I already did this mission, but... let's try and redo that one. Nope, it's still them. Are they the Cylon? The fact that I haven't done the air combat patrol could result in my shovels getting destroyed, apparently. Looks like they're heading here now, though. This could be bad, though. Alright, our water is still running out slightly. Okay, this thing's done now, so we should be making our own plastic, which is really, really good. Are we behind enough on water? I think we do need a little bit more here. Let's go ahead and confirm this. Got enough resources now to do it. We're slowly clawing our way back into actually having enough water, though. Which is nice. Got enough plastic that I can actually add a third eatery thing. Yeah. Not 100% sure that that's a good spot for this, but, you know, block something crucial. Let's pause here. No, I'm just gonna have to build a new canteen. Which is what we were planning on doing anyway, but like still. This is gonna take a lot longer. Okay. That takes 1,000 metal? What? What? How? What? What? I'm super confused about that. What's going on here? Apparently there's a build plan for something down here. What is going on, though? Guess we're just deleting that build plan. Alright, interesting. That's probably for something like restore to something, I'm guessing? I have no idea. Could be a bug. Seems more likely, honestly. Okay. It's gonna take a while, and it's got like a lot of resources that we just don't have, but that is what we're going to have to do. We're not doing super poorly on our resources, though, overall, I don't think. In fact, we got quite a surplus of a lot of things. I kind of wonder if we could just start leaving systems behind, just jumping straight to the end. Just focus on getting our Jumplight capped out and just going fast as we can here. Are we dying? We still hungry? We are still hungry. We'll get that fixed as soon as we can, but like I guess part of it is we have so many people on board the ship. It's really messing with that. Nobody's working anywhere. Okay, no missed interceptions. This guy kind of has to be our go-to for a lot of this right now. Ooh. All my poor overworked engineers and stuff like that. Alright. Okay, we got more people coming on board. It's terrible, but whatever. Alright, there we go. We're manufacturing some plastic. What we do actually need is the metal, though. I'm not sure I've got an easy way to get a lot of metal right now other than weight. Okay, I think you're new. Transferring you over to supply. Gonna do a salvage here. It looks like we got a 30% chance of success here. So it should be 90 total. Probably pretty likely. These guys are gonna have some real problems when they get back. I'm gonna double check here. None of you guys are like dead, are you? Now we got some bad wounding here. Just bruised though. Bruised and exhausted, so he'll definitely have to be allowed time off after he gets back. I forget what you guys were doing. I think that was water, okay. Oh, that one failed. Shoot. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter what they were doing. Search and rescue. Wow, okay. Well, kind of need that done, so we're sending you one more time. So I have to prioritize this one. Probably do. We should be getting a little bit of metal from the mission as well, though, if we succeed it. Yeah, I can't jump yet, unfortunately. How come they're putting things in the algae crop things when they're turned off? Maybe that's the animation. Maybe they're putting in the beans or whatever, because that's what powers these things somehow. I have no idea. Not sure why you would use algae to grow beans. Okay. Yeah, still quite a ways before jump time, unfortunately. Our energy's dropping. Uh-oh. And water is still dropping. Okay, we are getting this water condenser. Like, we are still getting more water condensers built, but, like, yeah, it's not ideal. Hunger on the plus side isn't, like, the worst affliction in this game. It just reduces your max health by a lot, and I think you take slow amounts of damage over time and stuff like that, but I don't think you die from it. Well, you could eventually, but... I like how people who are just, like, not starving just pop in, immediately get a meal. People who are starving always seem to come in at the time where, like... It's actually a survival of the fittest thing, I think. I like how the medical gel and the biomass that is in these things has never been emptied, I'm pretty sure. Can I force you to eat? Should be able to, but no. Okay, do they take the food here? I'm wondering if they're like picky eaters and they just don't want to eat the food. Because, like, there's food here, they just decided not to eat it. Oh no, Saro took one. But Pasha's just like, no, I don't want that. Just left. So maybe that's what the organic food is for? For pickier eaters, I guess? I have no idea. I'm kind of amazed at how much, like, biomass we still have, considering I've had it turned off for quite a while now. Looks like our water's in control now. Although I think we got some back from the starships here. Okay, that's landing... Where? 48% oxygen in here. Didn't we build... There is an oxygen generator. It is turned on too. These things take up oxygen. That's how they operate. So I guess we just have slightly too much stuff in here. So I guess we'll have to have a second oxygen generator, which we can't afford to build right now, but... Okay, so that was a success. Do we have, like, enough metal now that we're okay? I thought I turned off our composite thing. Oh god. I feel like our composite is going up somehow from something else here. That one is a perfect success. Okay, good. It is activated. Oh god. No, I turned it off back on for a short while and I forgot about that. These need to be pretty badly repaired here. Okay, we got those civilians. These guys need a... Wait, what's wrong with you? He's dying, I think. Starving, he's wounded, he's dehydrated. Yeah, he's kind of screwed. We got this person who's just, you know, they're lazy. They're one of the people that we picked up. Okay, so we're gonna have some problems, but we got plenty of medical gel. I've been making it again, so... You know what I think is a problem here? I think this is in the way of the hopper. I think that's why we're not making any metal from the metal extractor right now. Oh, you have to deconstruct it? That is stupid. But yeah, now that's working again. Okay. So we had it blocked. Shoot. Okay. Well, such is life, I guess. Looks like we have enough resources to mostly finish up down here. Oh, I need to be jumping.
Let's bring that star a little closer, shall we?
Okay, am I gonna eat here?
In T-minus 5, 4.
Some people are picky and only eat from the middle slot. It's very confusing to me. Alright, are we gonna get hit by meteors here? Because apparently that's what can happen. I kind of want to get out of here like as fast as possible, sort of thing. Yeah, that's kind of what I was figuring. So we probably head to here next. I'm guessing that we can get like metals here and stuff like that pretty effectively. Okay. I wonder if the asteroids can destroy our combat air patrol and like our shuttles and stuff like that as well. That would be really awkward. Any kind of damage to us like right now would actually be pretty bad, honestly. Let's see here. Orion, Brain, Giora. I'm pretty sure that those guys were on pretty bad condition. Let's see here. We want a crew with Emil, Leon, and Pris. Starting to see like repeats of people here. Let's see here, Amiel, you've got minus 15% mission chance. Okay, so we'll skip you. Chris. And I need to find a new third one. All our Marines are getting chewed up pretty badly through these sort of missions here. So your Tosh is fine right now. Wait, where's Tosh? Is Tosh one of the specialists? Oh yeah. Okay, there we go. Send you guys off on this one. That one shovel still is not repaired yet. Fantastic. Loving that. Okay, Sarah and Sylvie and Tal, I'm pretty sure they're injured as well right now. This process takes a long ass time. I really wish they'd streamline it. Yeah, these guys are injured. Let's do, let's see here, Amiel, Vin, and Will. Okay, Will, you're there. Oh, you're this guy, right? I keep forgetting not to include you in that. Okay. Ugh. This process. It's the worst. Okay, Vin, Will, Whitley. Well, there's Whitley. Just need to find Vin. There you are. Okay. Send you out right away here. Alright, so we're going to lose out on some resources here, that's fine. We finally started our metal production up again. Yes. Okay, good. The fact that that's been turned off for so long has actually probably been hurting us pretty badly. Kinda need this oxygen generator in here producing pretty soon. I'm wondering who it is that has not been able to get water. Like, that's a slightly weird thing. Kind of got quite a lot available. This place is actually getting pretty close to done. Oh, this place doesn't have some basics here. Let's get those started. It's going to take even more over debt, but you know, it's fine. Our starvation's actually been decreasing. Like, it's slowly going down this entire time, but... Why don't you just put it on there? Alright, whatever. They seem to have changed our priorities, but you know what? That's fine. Okay. I think we turn some of these on again. Maybe soon. I don't know, actually. We still have a lot, and we've been going through them very slowly. This area here is a big pain in terms of logistics. I wonder why they're choosing to go this way. Oh, I think I know why. It's because they're probably going through this area. They're collecting stuff from here instead of from our other area. Yeah, that makes sense. This is why we need to have this place, you know, powered up eventually. Okay, was this our collecting people mission, I think? Could have been. "666 water." Nice. Asteroids incoming. Okay, can I scramble this? So can we take these out? Can these be destroyed? Ooh, we do. Nice. Okay. Addison, you suck. Okay, I think we send out a fighter now. Are we not locked on anymore? Ooh, we might not have the ability to attack these in our arcs. Targeting my sights. Confirmed impact. Okay, so we took damage to the Jumplight regulator. Is that these things? So are we down one of them? Nope. Looks like it was just damaged, so we're actually relatively okay after that. I guess if we take multiple hits or something like that. We have quite a few of them too, so looks like it's fine. Looks like the fighter didn't really do anything, though. It mostly was the turrets. I mean, when you're in a spaceship and you'll die if the rocks hit you, that is kind of an important thing to have a dramatic warning about. Would have liked a slightly better explanation of what the hell I'm supposed to do about all that, but you know what? Wasn't that bad. More civvies. Oh boy. Gotta love adding to our compounding problems of, like, adding a whole bunch of people that don't technically help us in any way, shape, or form. Oh, man. Look how crowded our ship is now compared to what it started off as, too. Like, it is just way more bustling. Just a lot more going on. Okay, I think that actually does not destroy the asteroids. Okay, we're below 100 on biomass now. Do I think I need to start cranking out more biomass again? Yeah, I'm going to start turning these on again. I'm going to just activate half of the banks and see if we remain about stable. Because what I don't want is to be, like, going up in algae. I want to be, like, staying about stable. I want to be staying, like, level, basically. Got lots of ammo right now, actually. We've been finding it in, like, shuttles and stuff like that, but it's good that we got a decent amount of it. Look at that walk there. You go get him, Bernie. Please repair this. Maybe it's not damaged enough for them to want to repair it. That might be the problem, actually. I might have to send it on one more mission, basically. Okay, let's prioritize. What? This is in the way. Yes, these are now priority. This room needs some beverage dispensers too. Need to have coffee crop. I don't have that, so I guess it's just gonna be water for now. Oh, ready to jump. Let's get out of here. Now that I sort of know how to deal with the asteroids, it's kind of actually like something I think we aren't too afraid of here.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I didn't leave without any of my shovels, did I? I think it gives you a warning. These cold systems might actually be more dangerous. Okay, I'm gonna send our damaged ship on some like basic reconnaissance and stuff like that. We've gotten really far ahead of the threat here, which is a good thing. Like, we're really far ahead of these guys. Looks like they're accelerating, though, which is interesting. Should probably just let it continue the text scroll and be done with it so it doesn't keep doing that. Okay, and then I'm gonna send each of these guys on one search and rescue each. Make my problems even worse. Especially the if there's a traitor in my midst thing who's you know, a saboteur or whatever, and we're getting screwed over by that, then this is gonna get even worse with that. There's no table here yet, guys. Don't get too excited. Drops off a single thing of plastic here. Then fills this thing up with biomass. Thanks, guys. Oh, that's... What's this for? What is this stuff? Are you going to take that meal all the way up to the other floor? I think so. That's going to be very funny. Alright, well, whatever. Oh, I'm going to send you off. Just gonna send you to go get some resources, get some water. basically everybody sent. So now you sort of know what combat's probably going to look like. There's probably going to be like sections where there's fighters that head towards us, and then we like take out those fighters by sort of shooting at them. There's an odds or percentage of hitting them or not. So I think that that's probably fine. It would be interesting to see what the fighters are capable of doing if we did manage to get that working properly, but... This guy's taking damage from something. What is he actually taking damage from? Starving, okay. Making all this food, but he's still starving. Nope, standing on the other side of that now. Please finish this table so that people can eat. Yeah, we're filling these up with, like, food, so this should actually help out things in the long run here. Our algae production is actually not keeping up. Like, it's dropping pretty fast still. This might be due to increased demand because we're also building plastics, which is made out of algae. Oh, game crashed. Well. Okay, so game crashed again, but yeah. Let's see if I can't get Affogato running, because I did say I was going to do both today. I'm kind of curious as to what the hell we're going to be doing after... Oh, that was actually a Steam crash. Okay. Well, let's see if I can get Steam back up and running then. Sometimes I have to do some pretty weird jank to get Steam up and running again. Let me just... Okay, what was I going to switch this to? Affogato, I think. Okay, that doesn't even properly... Yeah, that crashed. Okay. Steam is just dead. Might just end stream today, because I don't know if I can get anything to run. Sometimes doing this helps a lot. Could be. Did I miss a message? Might be what it said. Okay. There we go. I shouldn't be, though. Might be, like, I'm not actually sure, because I still have... I wonder if that's RAM? Okay, is this working? It is not working. Okay, let me just try and... I might have to just do full screen capture again here. Let's try that. Oh no. I think that actually was working. Okay, it's not showing on my thing, but we'll see. Could be a memory leak in the game. That is true. I was thinking, like, it shouldn't be that, because I've actually got quite a lot of RAM. But a memory leak in the game would be a thing that my computer does tend to, like, have trouble with. So that wouldn't surprise me a ton. There are other games where I've run into that specific problem. Although, if there's a memory leak in Jumplight Odyssey, and that's what's crashing that, that would have to be a hell of a memory leak, which it very well could be, honestly. Okay, let's see if this is... Yeah, I think this is working. Okay. I can't remember exactly what I'm doing right now. Because, like, we finished the real, like, thing here, right? Do I just have to have it? I guess I don't need to specifically... I thought it was 32, but I might be wrong. Okay. I'm not too sure what I want to be doing right now. Do I go to the school here? Oh, I can't go here, okay. 32? I'm pretty sure it's 32. I don't think I've got more than that, though.